joke lang, mura niya akong script. When speaking to a large crowd just like this one, I get very nervous. So in preparation for this, I scoured the internet for tips in order to manage this. And I found some. Okay, let me share some with you. The first was reframing my own anxiety as excitement. I also found some breathing techniques. And perhaps the most popular public speaking tip was to imagine your audience naked. No. If its job was to replace my nervousness with making me feel uncomfortable, then I guess it did its trick. But honestly, my nerves are on fire right now. It is taking almost all of my willpower just to stop my hands from shaking and my voice from cracking. So if I happen to stutter, fumble a few words, or suddenly forget how to speak English, I sincerely apologize in advance. To our University President, Dr. Julito G. Ibañez, to our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jose S. Valmolina, sir, to our Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Julian A. Orobia, ma'am, to our guest speaker, Mr. Neil Alvin G. Omega, sir, to the President of the CMU Alumni Association Incorporated, Honorable Maria Luz L. Soriano, ma'am, to the dignitaries on stage, and to our school principal, before I forget, Dr. Maris J. Q. Orongan, ma'am, to the dignitaries on stage, distinguished guests, faculty and staff, proud parents, and my fellow graduates and completers, a pleasant afternoon to us all. It is a great privilege to stand before you today and deliver this address on behalf of Batch Alaya class of 2026. To tell you the truth, when I knew last week that I was going to be the class valedictorian, it felt downright euphoric. All the hard work, sleepless nights, sacrifices, and especially the year-long preparation had finally paid off. Then, reality hit. I thought to myself, wait, this means I have to do the speech. Oh no. I don't even know where to begin. So it began. I watched countless speeches, valedictorian addresses, TED Talks, and I even watched TikToks for some tips on writing a good address. And all of them pointed to one thing. A valedictorian address is supposed to represent the batch as a whole. Now, that sounds really good in theory, but in practice, it terrified me. How was I supposed to represent 183 different individuals when I don't know all of you personally? How could one speech possibly capture 6 years worth of experiences, memories, struggles, and victories? But here I am. The speech is written, I'm standing in front of all of you, and I guess there's no turning back out now, right? Okay, so here I go. Certainly, I will now generate a heartwarming and memorable valedictory speech written in a reflective, inspirational, and conversational tone suitable for a graduating senior high school class. Paisa, familiar lagi kayo ito, mura man si Chuck, ay si best friend no, mura familiar, di ba? Pero bitaw, ako bitaw nagsulat ani. Anyway, our journey began in 2020, otherwise known as the year the world decided to shut down. We were graduating elementary students, excited to wear our togas and excited, or maybe terrified, of the new chapter waiting ahead of us. Much like today, we stood at the edge of a new horizon, closing one chapter in our lives while stepping into a new one. But unlike today, that chapter never unfolded the way we expected it to be. Face-to-face classes were suspended for weeks until it was suspended indefinitely until the pandemic died down. For most of us, our elementary graduation finally passed by without the ceremony we had imagined, which is why today feels especially meaningful. For many of us, this is the first graduation in a long time, in a very, very long time, where we are truly gathered together once again. As grade 7 and grade 8 students, we're pushed into an entirely new mode of learning, online classes. Our high school lives began behind screen. School revolved around Google Meet, Zoom, Google Classroom, and Zipgrade. We even had an online acquaintance party, which somehow made it possible for us to mingle against the online media. Activities and assignments were pushed back down to the last minute, and yes, 11:59 p.m. became our best friend, right? Looking back, one of the most funniest things was when many people would leave in the Google Meet whenever it was time to pray or whenever the teacher would call on someone to answer. Well, don't you worry, I did that too. One time, I got called on, so I practically panicked so bad, I ran across the living room and just unplugged our Wi-Fi router. Yeah. To this day, I still don't know if that was wise thinking or just self-sabotage. And do you guys also remember our MAPE performance tasks back then? Yeah, I agree with you. It is as bad and as cringe as you remember. Trust me, I had to watch many of those while in the process of writing this speech. Moving on, grade 9 started as we adjusted to the new normal. At first, we followed a blended mode of learning. We would only go to school on certain days of the week, and while the rest of our classes remained online. For me, and maybe for some of you as well, the first day of grade 9 felt like the first day of high school in general. It was then that my high school journey it was then that our high school journey truly began, face to face. We were finally able to see the faces we had only known through screens, and small but meaningful friendships and connections began to grow. Grade 9 was an adjustment period for all of us, as we learned what life in CMU LHS was really like. It was hectic from what I remember, with packed schedules, countless activities, and before I forget, the highlight of grade 9, Science Research 1 had begun. Grade 10 followed with much of the same rhythm. We had our CAT 1 and enough requirements to keep us busy throughout the year. I also remember how our schedules were adjusted into half-day classes because of the intense heat index at that time. And of course, grade 10 was special for another reason. For the first time in years, we finally wore our white togas once again as we walked into the very same room we are gathered here today. We are sitting at the back, just like our completers right now. It marked the end of junior high school, and standing before us was yet another chapter waiting to begin. And then came senior high school. Grade 11 was when things started to sink in. College no longer felt like some distant event waiting years ahead. It was now visible on the horizon, slowly but surely drawing closer with every passing examination, every completed requirement, and every school event. As STEM students, we were introduced to a whole new level of challenges. Research became more demanding, subjects became more specialized, deadlines became more frequent. The pressure grew heavier, but so did we. We learned not only how to solve problems on paper, but also how to solve the problems that came with balancing academics, responsibilities, expectations, and our own personal struggles. Grade 12 arrived before we even realized it. Suddenly, conversations shifted from quarterly grades to college applications, from classroom schedules to entrance examinations, from asking, what strand are you taking? To asking, what course are you taking? And eventually, where are you going after graduation? For the past 2 years, we studied together, struggled together, laughed together, and grew together. It felt real, like experiencing the last set of school events we were going to experience as senior high school students. One moment that has remained with me was our final night of Palaro. There we were, running across the field, flashlights shining, and the music booming in the background. Nothing else seemed to matter. We were simply enjoying our last Palaro together. Looking around, I saw how carefree we all were. No deadlines to think about, no grades to worry about, just us, living in the moment. And I think what made that memory was so special was seeing each and every one of you genuinely smiling. We entered senior high school as students preparing for the future, but we will leave it today as individuals ready to face it. And now, here we are. After 6 years of high school, we find ourselves sitting in this very room once again. Only this time, we are no longer ahead to our graduation. We, and I mean we, are living it. But none of this would have been possible without the people who walked this journey with us. To our parents and guardians, especially to my mama and my ate, thank you for every sacrifice made behind the scenes. Thank you for the early mornings, the late nights, the words of encouragement, and even the reminders that we did not always want to hear, but ultimately needed. Many of the opportunities we celebrate today were built upon your hard work, patience, and unwavering support. To our teachers, thank you for sharing not only your knowledge, but also your time, effort, and belief in us. Thank you for challenging us when we became complacent, guiding us when we felt lost, and encouraging us when we doubted ourselves. The lessons you taught us extend far beyond the four corners of the classroom and will remain with us long after today. To our faculty and staff, thank you for working tirelessly to create an environment where we could learn, grow, and thrive. To my friends, thank you for being with me and spending our time here in CMU LHS. You truly have made a profound impact in my life, and I will forever cherish the moments we share. To my fellow graduates, to Alaya, thank you. Thank you for the memories, the friendships, and the moments that made these years unforgettable. Though our paths may soon diverge, the years we spent together will always remain a part of who we are. And finally, above all else, we give thanks to God. Through every success and setback, every uncertainty and opportunity, every closed door and every open one, His guidance has carried us farther than we could have ever gone on our own. There were moments when the road ahead seemed unclear, moments when we questioned ourselves and our abilities. Yet, He sustained us through it all. Today, as we celebrate this achievement, we recognize that our accomplishments are not ours alone. It is for the people who have stood before us, for the ones who are with us by our side, for God who is above us, and for the brighter future ahead of us. Mata pa ba ang tanan? Hep hep? Thank you. Wala pa? Done. Now, a lesson learned is a lesson to be shared. But before that, I would like to tell you a story from my life for context. I lived a wonderful childhood. I had a roof over my head, food on the table, loving parents and siblings. But then, in 2021, my father died. I still remember that day vividly, like it happened yesterday. My kuya couldn't even mutter a single word. My ate was crying right beside me, and there I was, staring out the window, the leaves dancing with the wind, and the birds gliding across the sky. It truly was a beautiful morning, a complete contrast to the emptiness I felt inside. I was 13 years old, and at that time, and at that age, all I knew was that my father was gone, my papa had passed away. Looking back, I realized that at that moment, my childhood was taken away from me. Not by something, not by someone, but by the cruelness of life itself. That event changed the way I saw life and how I chose to face the future. It forced me to grow up sooner than I expected. It made me afraid of uncertainty. I felt like I needed to have everything figured out as early as possible because life showed me how quickly things could change. But over the years, as I studied beside my classmates, laughed with my friends, and watched all of us navigate through our own struggles, one thing became certain to me. Not everyone leaves graduation with certainty. Some leave with questions. Some leave with their dreams that are still taking shape. Some leave unsure of what's to come next. And that's okay, because the future has never belonged to those who had all the answers. It belongs to those who is willing to keep moving forward despite not having them. The goal was never to have everything figured out before college or before graduation. The goal was simply to grow into someone capable of facing what's to come in the future. As we move forward, may we carry with us the lessons we learned, the friendships we built, and the memories that shaped us. May we cherish the people we love, appreciate the moments we are given, and never, never take for granted the opportunities before us. Batch Alaya, class of 2026. 6 years ago, we began this journey separated by screens and a world that had seemed to have paused. Today, we finish it together. Congratulations to all of us, and may God continue to guide us wherever life takes us. The next journey is uncertain, but that's not a reason to stop. It's an invitation to keep going. And wherever that next journey leads, gusto mo ba sumama?